What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the NG Models November 2023 releases. Happy Halloween, everybody! We have the releases on the final day of October. Hints were posted a few days ago, so here is what was announced. We have 1 A319, 5 A320s, 6 A321neos, 1 A330, 1 A330 Beluga XL, 2 A350-900s, 2 737-800s, 1 747SP, 2 757s, 2 777s, and a total of 6 787s. Possibly we may see another fantasy release, given that one of the hints doesn't really exist, so we'll have to see what that's all about. But here we go with the November releases. The first one that we have is a Norse Atlantic 7879. Good to see this again. I think NG did this previously, but for those that did miss it, a good opportunity to pick this one up. We have a Shanghai Airlines 737-800 with no winglets, so another good choice here. And then see that we have another Shanghai up next, and that one still doesn't have winglets, but it does have a special livery to it. So it looks like it's got a bunch of flowers around it. Kind of nice. Up next we have a Qantas 747 SP. This has a bit of a different variation of the standard livery. Now it says the Australian airline underneath the window line. So that's the variation that they chose to release this month. Here we have an Aerogal 757-200. I don't know anything about this airline, and the information that NG provides is very limited, so not much I can say on that. And then we have another one as well. This one does not have winglets, so you do have that choice between winglets or no winglets. And right here we have a Turkish 777-300ER. This is an older livery that Turkish had from the 2000s or so. So good choice, since NG has done plenty of the current livery Turkish 777s, and there's also another one as well. This one has a different registration. Up next we have a Zip Air 787-8. They have done one previously, but I've noticed that there are different tail variations, so this one I believe is a different one compared to what we've gotten previously from NG. And then here's another one as well with a different registration. NG Remarks says that this is the old colors with the Z on the tail. And then here is a revised livery, which has a different tail design on it. Kind of looks like a barcode in the way that you have like the black and white stripes that alternate. And yeah, so okay, I think this is the retro, or not the retro, the fantasy 787. So again, I'm not sure what's with NG's deal on these fantasy planes. Love Live is the name of the airline livery. Juliet Alpha 01 Lima Lima is a registration. No idea what this is supposed to be other than that, so we'll move on. We have an Alaska A320 up next. They did one of these last month, I think, with the same livery, but I think that the one that they did was with the San Francisco Giants sticker. Another Alaska, so I expect this one. Okay, this one is not with winglets. This one is actually in the Fly with Pride livery, which obviously does not exist anymore since all the A320s have been retired. And then we have an Avianca Airlines A320. This is in the Pride livery, so you notice there on the tail the various colors back there. November 724 Alpha Victor is the registration on that particular airframe, and then here's a normal livery as well for those that choose that instead. November 745 Alpha Victor is the registration. And look at that, another US Airbus that will be very popular, a Delta A320. Thinking about getting this one to replace my Aero Classics one as well, so that'll definitely be something to look forward to. And then here we have a Air Canada A320 painted pretty much in a all-black livery. I know there's one of these that does exist, but not sure why it's painted like that. Actually, no, it says Air Canada Jet, so that's why. So it's a different branding within Air Canada. And then here we have an Alaska A321neo, November 9021 Victor Alpha is a registration. This is in the full flavor regular livery, no special nose cones or stickers or anything of that caliber. And NG is first to release the United A321neo with the American registration and everything. November 44501 is the registration, so I will be picking that one up, no question. And then again, we have another Beluga XL. This one, I believe, yeah, this one doesn't have an aircraft number on the tail fin. And then there's also a second one. Okay, this one's actually somewhat interesting. This is in the, they call it the prototype pre-paint livery, but this is just like with the primer on it. Different shades because of the different material used. And then right here, okay, so these are not necessarily like the CRP exclusives, but these are 3 models that NG has already produced. They have some photos up on their Instagram, so if you want to see them, I'll link those posts in the description if you want to go check those out. But right here we have there's a Sichuan A350-900. This is in a special livery. And then there's also another one as well, also wearing a special livery, and then an A319 in a special livery as well. Looks like we do have some more special releases. This is a Loon Gare A321neo with the magenta livery. Seems a bit interesting. And then there's also another one, but this one I believe just has a different registration, or at least the letter code is the letter R on the first one, and then the second one is the letter Q. So not sure what that entirely means. And that Tom Cruise Mission Impossible 7879 from Etihad Airways is released this month, so that clears out basically all of the future release backlog, and yes, that is indeed the case. So no future releases to take a look at. And that is everything. So definitely another good month from NG for the US collectors. I do like the fact that the A321neo for United has been done, so I will be picking that one up. Thinking about the Delta A320 as well. I have not gotten the 319 just yet. Panda Fox, which is the retailer I normally order from, they for some reason they don't get in NGs, at least very often, and every time they do, they're usually very expensive. So we'll probably have to get them off of another place like Waffle, for instance, because they're more affordable over there. Those special releases, I'll try to find photos for the Loon Gare A321 Neos, because I did not know that those were produced, but I knew about the other Sichuan A3 aircraft. There's actually another one here as well, an A330-300 that I missed, but again, that just has the default photo with the full airline text and everything and the colorful background on it, so I'm not sure why they do that. Why not just put a photo up of the aircraft? That's mainly my own observations that I've seen, but despite that, interesting choice from NG to do all of those special liveries for the Sichuan aircraft. 2 A350s, 1 A319, and 1 A330, and then those 2 Loon Gare A321neos to boot. But yeah, not going to say too much on that Fantasy 7878 because that's a long story for me. Otherwise, I'd say this is about a typical set for NG, but definitely a good one nonetheless. We'll definitely get the United A321neo and also thinking about the Delta A320. So, with that being said, that is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.